Smith. The pitching matchup. Celebrate summer with $2 off a Zenshi Sushi Hybrid Mini Platter. 12 handcrafted pieces, including favorites like the Ultimate Tuna Chile Roll, the Crunchy Tempura Roll. Find us at your local Ralph's next to the deli counter and look for the $2 off sticker. No membership required. Valid between June 25th and July 29th. Perfect as a meal to share with friends. Zenshi Sushi is fresh, affordable, and packed with flavor. It's the best. Stop by your local Ralph's and get $2 off a Zenshi Sushi Hybrid Mini Platter today.
David Vassegh. And now, what will likely be Vassegh fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
It's a great day at Dodger Stadium because one of the young Dodgers is back as a White Sox. Leading the White Sox in offense this year, that's the one and only, and skinny, very skinny now, Miguel Vargas. Thanks a lot for the time. Great to see you back.
No, great to see you too, and thank you for the opportunity here.
I'll never forget Korea, you and me on the streets of Korea.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good time. I was lucky that I spent that time with you.
Hey, now look at you. You're doing well on the south side, and Andy Pages wants to go to dinner with you.
Yeah, we really close. That's my brother out there, and obviously every time we stay in the same place, we try to spend time together and go dinner.
How proud are you that he is doing so well and you are doing so well?
Yeah, man. All that he's doing right now really doesn't surprise me. I know how great he is, how good he is, and it's really good, and I'm really glad and happy to see him doing well.
He was joking with me yesterday, or in Denver, that everybody's trying to break down why you're doing so good, why he's doing so good. Is it just a feel and it just clicks? Is it not that complicated?
Yeah, I feel like every time I talk to him, we kind of engage together and be on the same page, and we root for each other every time. So I think for us to see each other growing up and get better at the same time is obviously every time is good.
Why do you think he's done so well?
Man, like I said, nothing of he's doing right now really surprised me. I expect that from him and maybe more. That's why he played in one of the best teams in the league, and he really deserved that.
What has worked for Miguel Vargas this year? Because you've been the old Miguel Vargas again.
Yeah, just trying to grind and trying to go out there and compete every day. I think obviously last year wasn't what I was expecting from me, but become to this year have been good, and I'm really happy to the direction I'm going right now.
How about the day that you were traded? Were you surprised? How did you handle that?
No, I was in my room with Pages.
Wow.
And then, I went to sleep and I wake up and I got, my phone was blown up. But, it's obviously a little impact on you because you obviously never expect that. And, I think that was a great opportunity for me for come to this league and, trying to be part of the league and try to, make the right decision on the play and the field and try to win baseball games.
There's a very good chance you represent the White Sox at the All-Star game. How much would that mean to you?
I mean, it would be means a lot, especially after what happened last year. It would be mean a lot, but obviously that's something that is out of my hand. But if it's happening, I'll be glad. If not, I'm gonna keep grinding.
Okay, how about this? I have a vision. Miguel Vargas and Andy Pages All-Stars this year.
Ooh, that was going to be a good time for sure. And I'm going to be special spend time with him in an All-Star game for sure.
Last night, you and Andy Pages posted you went to dinner. Did he take you to a good Cuban restaurant in L.A., or were you the one that found the restaurant?
No, I have to do all for him. He don't know. He don't like to pick places, but he paid for the dinner, so
hey.
That's all matters.
Finally.
Yeah, I found the place. He paid for the bill.
I've sent him 2 great Cuban restaurants in L.A., and he hasn't gone once.
Yeah, I mean, that's handy. Yeah, doesn't really surprise me that he never went to a place.
All he does is Uber Eats, DoorDash, any of these things.
And play video games all day and text me, and that's it. Want to sleep.
Hey, Miguel, before I let you go, how much did it mean to you that so many of your former teammates came to see you after early BP?
It means a lot to me. I think, I have a great relationship with a lot of them, and, I only see them once a year, so, obviously it's great to see them back and, talk to them.
Okay, since you spend so much time with Pages, is he letting you stay with him in L.A., or are you staying in the hotel?
No way. I think, we already shared too much room in minor leagues, so I think we're good staying way apart.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys are together in Atlanta at the All-Star Games. You both have earned it. Thanks a lot for the time, and great to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
There he goes, Miguel Vargas. He'll receive a gift card to Canon, the world's best polarized sunglasses, engineered for performance. Their lenses are handcrafted in Japan to be the clearest, lightest, and strongest on the planet. Whether you're on the water, the golf course, or the baseball field, Canon sunglasses are designed to elevate your outdoor experience and give you a true competitive edge. See the difference at Canon.com. Tim, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. Great to hear from Miguel Vargas. Know that he's doing well in Chicago, and who knows, could be representing them in Atlanta at the All-Star Game. Dodgers Baseball is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Coming up here on Dodgers on Deck, we're going to dive deeper into this pitching matchup. Don't you go anywhere. I'm Tim Casey, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Your health is our priority at LA Care Health Plan. You may be eligible for free Medi-Cal coverage if you meet income requirements. Connect with us today to see if you qualify. We speak multiple languages, including Spanish, Mandarin, Russian, and more. Visit lacare.org/medi-cal today.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California Chevy dealers have star talent at every position. Leading off, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California, Chevy Silverado, with 9 unique trims to choose from, including ZR2, designed for maximum off-road performance and capability. With features like an off-road cut front bumper and 2-inch factory lift, no roads are no problem. Looking for a bold and sporty high-performance pickup? That's RST. From its aggressive style to its responsive feel, it's an energizing presence that really stands out. And for the ultimate combination of luxury and capability, there's High Country, offering premium leather seating and a 5.3-liter V8 engine, so you're both comfortable and in command. Stop by and drive one home today, or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility new retail registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Happy 4th of July, Southern California. As you're planning your celebration, remember to pick up some Modelo.
Modelo is a reward for those with a fighting spirit. It's not 4th of July weekend without Modelo Especial.
Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Must be 21 or over. Please drink responsibly.
When it comes to personal injury, Jacoby and Myers knocks it out of the park. And with a
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider Got the pepper jack cheese, some amendments.
Uber Eats QR code or open the app, place your order, and we'll let you know when it's ready for pickup. It's fast, easy, and keeps you in the game, not in line. So go ahead, order now, and enjoy every moment of Dodgers baseball.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, Dodger fans, the 2025 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the blue heaven-on-earth action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. Now, whether you're buying or selling tickets to Dodger games or to any other live event in LA, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
One out and hammered. Deep right field. Tie game.
Celebrate 4th of July at Dodger Stadium versus the Houston Astros. It's the perfect way to kick off your holiday weekend with thrilling Dodger baseball. A true American pastime. Be sure to stay as Dodger Stadium lights up with a dazzling 4th of July fireworks display. Don't miss this special celebration in the ballpark presented by Budweiser. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
God bless America.
This is Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. On your home for the blue all season long.
It's the Dodgers and White Sox. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound, warming up at the Dodgers bullpen as we speak. First pitch is coming up at 7:10. Dodgers are 30-14 at home this season. Best home record in the National League. When the boys in blue play at home, it's important they have the right plan to protect their house. The same applies to your home. Always have a plan and follow fire safety tips. It's fireworks season. 4th of July is coming up in a few days, so make sure you're practicing fireworks safety. Use safe and sane fireworks that display the California State Fire Marshal seal. Always read the directions and ensure fireworks are only lit by adults. Never, ever use fireworks near dry grass or other flammable materials. For more about these tips and to find out others, visit fire.ca.gov. All right, back out to the booth. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Tim, thanks again. Getting you ready for the first pitch here. That'll be thrown by Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Again, the Dodgers trying to get some runs for him. His last outing against Colorado was excellent until Mother Nature interrupted it. And due to the rain delay, he couldn't come back, but he pitched 5 solid innings.
Yeah, and the fastball, I think, really helped set up that split-finger fastball. He threw it for strikes, and he also got some chase rate as a result of being around the strike zone. We talked about the hitters, runners in scoring position a little bit earlier in the broadcast. Well, with Yamamoto, runners in scoring position, just a 167 average against him.
Shane Smith, a rookie, making his 16th start. The opposition hitting .226 against him. That's the best batting average against for any rookie in baseball.
Yeah, he's been very good also overall on the road. However, if we look at the last 2 starts that he's made, he's 0-2 with an ERA. Well, it's over 14. 10 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings. But, boy, he's stepping forward. He's a guy really out of Wake Forest. Believe it or not, he was not even drafted out of college.
Dodgers have won 12 of their last 15 games. The White Sox 5 of their last 9. Dodgers White Sox lineups first pitch right around the corner, Tim.
All right, first pitch is next. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound for the Blue. This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though.
Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers Dodgers on deck, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers,
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza,
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
and by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
10,000 hours.
There's still more steps to take.
Get to stepping. So go ahead and give us the flowers.
Just getting started.
Gotta know right now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
All eyes on us.
Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Always remember what it felt like to be part of the best damn baseball team in the world.
In the world.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
They wear the crown.
All eyes on us.
Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Budweiser,
This Bud's for you.
Galpin Motors,
Family owned and operated since 1946.
LA County Public Works.
Recycle.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man.
Yeah.
That's the most
That's
important
a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Assist for LeBron James, he'd probably have about 500 more assists on his total. Very passive aggressive. Why would you say this publicly? Do you think the front office doesn't realize, hey, LeBron, don't forget about LeBron? Don't you think you had that conversation with them when you decided to opt in on that salary?
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday morning, 6 a.m., right here on LA's home of the world champion Dodgers.
It's Andre Ethier. Summer's here.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So
Yes,
one
sir.
of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what he wrote. Of course, D Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Polestar and Lowe's. Be a part of the Galpin story. It starts at galpin.com.
Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Tim Neverett.
Live from Dodger Stadium, your world champion Dodgers are back in town, and they entertain the Chicago White Sox. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Tim Neverett and with producer-engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go. Very good road trip for the Dodgers. They took 5 out of 6, starting off that road trip in Denver and then finishing up in Kansas City. And tonight they send out Yoshinobu Yamamoto against the White Sox. The Dodgers a record of 53-32. That's tops in the National League Western Division. Now 7 games in front of San Diego, 8 games on top of the San Francisco Giants. The Dodgers also 30-14 at home. Here's their lineup. It'll be Shohei Ohtani leading it off. He's the designated hitter. Freddie Freeman batting second tonight. He's at first base. Will Smith doing the catching. Max Muncy is at third. Teoscar Hernandez playing in right field. Andy Pages is in center. In left is Michael Conforto. Tommy Edman is at second base. And batting ninth and playing at shortstop, Hae-Sung Kim. And Kim at the shortstop position. For Yamamoto, his 17th start in search of his 8th victory of the season. The umpiring assignments, it'll be Alan Porter, the crew chief. He's working the plate. Jim Wolf is at first base. Chris Siegel umpiring at second. And Adam McKay is over at third. For the White Sox, it's been a long season already. They are in last place, American League Central, 24.5 behind the division-leading Detroit Tigers. By the way, the Dodgers and the Tigers, the 2 best records in Major League Baseball as we get set to go for tonight's game. Game 1 of 3. It's the Dodgers against the White Sox. Happy to have you with us. And with the play, here's Tim.
Thank you very much, Mo. The Dodgers in their traditional home whites. Dodgers across the chest, red numeral in the front. And the visiting White Sox in their black game jerseys, white numerals, the Old English Sox logo on the left side of the chest, numeral on the right, and the gray game pants for the road. Just ready to get going here as Yamamoto had his last start shortened by Mother Nature in Denver, but was very good after 56 pitches. Only allowed 1 hit in that game against the Rockies and got a win. He is on top of the hill, kicking and firing home, and the pitch outside, ball 1. We're underway at 7:10 in the evening. 69 degrees and very, very clear. Perfect night here at Dodger Stadium. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Next pitch outside, ball 2. 2-0 to Mike Tauchman. Tauchman, the designated hitter. Probably remember that name from when he was with the Giants. Here's the pitch. And a strike called in the outside corner. Tauchman hitting .281, 4 home runs, and 14 runs batted in. Batting from the left side against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the 2-1. In over the plate for a strike, went with a cutter, and it's now 2-2.
Well, the last outing that Yamamoto had said it was cut short because of the rain, but boy, he had a good splitter. And he got the breaking stuff over, which really enhanced his fastball.
Everything seemed to be working for him that night. Let's see if it comes back to him again tonight. 2-2 pitch. And Tauchman swings and hits it off the end of the bat foul. Stays alive. Well, he ought to be rested again. He only threw 56 pitches against the Rockies. And kicking off this homestand, he gets the first start. 2-2 the count to Tauchman. The pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the left and out of play. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 17th start of the season for Yamamoto. And the question is, how many runs will the Dodgers score for him tonight? They haven't scored a lot when he's been in games. 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a splitter. 1 out in the top of the first inning.
Well, that's a good sign. First splitter, and the bottom dropped out of it.
And shortstop, right-handed hitter Chase Mydroth, hitting .265. Another one of the young players. You know, the White Sox have a lot of young players who are having fun. They're just trying to have fun this year. They know they're probably not going to do anything late in the season. There's a chopper to third, picked up by Muncy, throws across. He's got Mydroth 2 away. 5-3 on the putout. But they're just trying to improve every day and get better and better. And here's a guy who's a veteran player. He's been with Boston and with Kansas City and now with the White Sox. Andrew Benintendi, left-handed hitting left fielder. 233 the average. He leads the club in home runs with 10. Benintendi out of the state of Ohio, the Cincinnati area, and the pitch fouled away to the left. And that's out of play into the Loge area. Strike one to Benintendi. Benintendi looks out. Will Smith sets the target over the outer third of the plate. Pitch. It's just low and away.
For the White Sox, they've been offensively challenged. Lowest batting average of any team in baseball. Second to lowest in runs scored. Third lowest in home runs hit.
Well, they're climbing out from putting up the worst record in the modern era last year. And that'll belong to the Rockies after this year's over, and the White Sox won't be known for that anymore. 2 balls and a strike to Andrew Benintendi. There's a 2-1. Swing and a pop-up over near the shortstop side of things, but there's Max Muncy. He's underneath it, makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the first for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. White Sox gone in order after half.
It is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's rated higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Light 29. Coachella's best bet.
Shohei Ohtani walking up to the plate here at the bottom of the first inning, no score. His first at bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. Ohtani, 29 home runs on the season, 287 hitter. He waits from the left side, and Shane Smith delivers a strike with a fastball. Threw over the middle. This is his 16th start. 3-5 his record. 3.38 the ERA. That's the top ERA among rookie pitchers in baseball. Here's an 0-1 now to Shohei. He swings, hits a ground ball to second. Right there, Lenin Sosa. Sosa picks the ball up, sidearms to first, and there's one away. Sosa is not missable. Again, the White Sox have black and gray uniforms, but Sosa puts some color into it. He has got the chartreuse green arm sleeve on his right arm, and he's got the bright chartreuse green spikes as well, so you can't miss him. Now Freddie Freeman batting second. Freddie at 312. Had Sunday off against Kansas City. He swings and hits it toward the left center field gap. That ball is going to be caught by Benintendi. Left fielder running over to make the catch, and there are 2 down.
Well, first pitch, and it's nothing new for Freddie Freeman. In fact, you and I were talking before the ball game today. The Dodgers, there are only 2 hitters in their lineup tonight that have hit less than 300 on first pitches of an at-bat. That's Shohei Ohtani and Max Muncy. Everybody else is 300 or better. Freddie Freeman is at 525.
Will Smith at the plate. He'll take inside ball one.
And Will Smith, first pitch, he puts it in play. 6'11" batting average. Could you believe that?
That's pretty good. It's better than that. Now a 1-0 pitch. And that's snapped in on the inside corner for a strike.
So if you're doing a scouting report, if you're going to be facing Will Smith, I would imagine right at the top of the request is do not throw him first pitch strike. 6'11" average.
1 ball, 1 strike to Will Smith. And Shane Smith delivers. And that's outside and low. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Next offer, Will is outside. It was a changeup. 3-1. Something we should expect to see a lot of out of Shane Smith. He's got a good change to go off his fastball. Also, he'll throw a curveball, a slider, and a sweeper. He is into the line to 3-1. That's up and in ball 4. Went with a sinker and missed. So the Dodgers have the first base runner of the game, and here is Max Muncy. Muncy just continues to hit. Since the 30th of April, when he put on his new pair of glasses, he's hit .296 with 13 home runs. He's driven in 51 runs in 51 games. Again, since April 30th. Hitting .255 overall. And the first pitch to him is low. In fact, all of his home runs have come since the 30th of April. 1 ball, no strikes. Out of the stretch for the first time tonight, Shane Smith. He kicks and deals home, and that pitch low for a ball.
Well, for Max Muncy, I went and visited yesterday, Dr. Lou, out in Rowland Heights. And the good doctor saying, I'm not giving away any military secrets with patients, but, Muncy, at first, okay, I don't need glasses. I got 20/20 vision. Actually, a little bit better than that. But what type of vision?
2-0 is in for a strike.
With the astigmatism, and just talking to Dr. Lou yesterday, it puts, a little fuzziness, if you will, around a baseball or any object that you're looking at with astigmatism, and it's going to vary from one to the other.
Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Muncy. Swings, fouls it back. It's 2-2.
So if you're seeing the image, whether it be a baseball or football or whatever it might be, if you see the image and it's a little bit fuzzy around the side, he says, look, it's not even fuzziness all the way around. It could be top right, could be bottom left. Where's the center of the baseball if you're seeing fuzzy? Well, now the fuzziness has been removed.
2 ball, 2 strike pitch to Muncy. And that's upstairs, and it's 3-2, so Will Smith will run with this pitch. Well, it's an advantage when the baseball's not fuzzy.
Oh,
that's
hard enough.
That's a technical medical term, right?
Yes,
fuzzy?
Yes. Just like when you get bad weather, the technical term is yucky.
From the belt, the 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, and it's inside ball 4. So back-to-back 2-out walks by the White Sox starter, Shane Smith, and the Dodgers have runners at first and second. Teoscar Hernandez walking to the plate. Well, Teoscar's just about ready to get hot again. Kind of a bump in the road kind of road trip. Things were slow for him. Still hitting .259 and still driving in runs. One of the top run producers on the club with 53. He is third behind Andy Pages, who has 55, and Shohei Ohtani, who has 54. Here's Smith's pitch, and Teoscar takes strike 1. The 2-seamer right over the middle of the plate. He's challenged the Dodger hitters so far with some of the pitches. The Dodgers have never seen him before, so they are getting a good look at those pitches. Runners lead first and second, 0-1. And a swing and a ground ball, that's toward the middle. That's through. In the left field, a base hit. Smith around third. He's on his way to the plate. He'll score. And Teoscar Hernandez with a 2-out run scoring single. The Dodgers strike first tonight. It's 1-0.
And the Dodgers, for how many years now, we've been talking about being patient as hitters, working the counts, getting walks. And here with 2 outs, back-to-back walk. And for Teoscar Hernandez, comes in tonight, runners in scoring position. He's been spot on. It's a .311 batting average.
Runner at third is Muncy. Teoscar at first. Here's Andy Pages. Pages waves the bat around from the right side. And the Chicago right-hander throws home. Pitch on the outside part of the plate. Good for a strike. Well, Pages is having himself a great first half of the season. So far his best at the major league level. Hitting .291 overall. And the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. 16 homers for Andy and 55 runs batted in.
Big month of June, hit .324.
Yeah, he was really, really good in June. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Andy Pages. Turning to throw to first, and Teoscar is back. And Miguel Vargas playfully tags Teoscar a couple of extra times. His 2 teammates at the beginning of last year. Miguel Vargas got his World Series ring today. And he was traded last year to the White Sox. And he rips one down the left field side. It is hooking foul. Might have had home run distance with the short wall out in left field, but it hooked to the left of the foul pole.
Well, another area that Pages has been overlooked, and that's also with runners in scoring position. I mean, he's in the upper echelon of the Dodger ball club. .364 he's been hitting in these spots during the year.
Teoscar driving in Smith. That 2-out run, by the way, the 178th the Dodgers have scored, which is the most in Major League Baseball. Pitch to Pages. That's ripped down the left field line. Fair ball! It's going to bounce around the left field corner. In comes Muncy to score. They will hold Teoscar at third, and Andy Pages in with a 2-out run scoring double. It's 2-0 Los Angeles. For Pages, his 15th double and his team-leading 56th run batted in.
Well, a 3-spot here, and so Teoscar Hernandez continues to hit with runners in scoring position, and right behind Andy Pages, who, by the way, since the 17th of May, with runners in scoring positions, hit .427. Well, that average just went up a couple of clicks.
Ethan Katz, the pitching coach for the White Sox, makes a visit. And the mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. First mound visit for the young right-hander out of Danvers, Massachusetts, Shane Smith. Smith last year was with the Brewers organization. He was the first overall pick this past December in the Rule 5 draft.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, people started to look at him the way he was throwing. It's really kind of strange. He was not even drafted by any major league team out of Wake Forest.
He's going to be a big part of the White Sox near future. Here's Michael Conforto, left-handed batter. Runners at second and third, 2 down. And Conforto takes high ball 1. Conforto, the left fielder, at 173. 6 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Started really showing some solid signs of life on the road trip, especially in Colorado. Swings, pops this one back off to our left and out of play. He hit an upper deck smash in Colorado that was pretty impressive in right field. Even by Coors Field standards, it was an impressive home run. Runners off, second and third. 1-1 pitch, and Conforto watches the changeup sail outside. Conforto up, Tommy Edman on deck. He's the number 8 hitter. And then Hesson Kim batting ninth. 2-1 pitch. Conforto floats one foul over the Dodger dugout on the third base side. 2-2 to Conforto. This is the first time Smith has faced any of these Dodgers. And a 2-2 pitch to Conforto. That is up high, and it's now 3-2. Well, the catcher, Kyle Teal, tried to snap his glove down and get it back in the strike zone, but certainly when it's a high pitch like that, it doesn't fool the home plate umpire. Payoff pitch, and Conforto bangs it into center field. That's a base hit. Here comes Teoscar. He scores. Speeding in right behind him, Andy Pages. It's a two-run single for Michael Conforto, and the Dodgers are up 4-0 in the bottom of the first.
Conforto starting to swing that bat much better. That was the ball up and away on top of it. He didn't try and pull it. It would go up the middle.
Well, the Dodgers have not scored a lot of runs for Yamamoto. I mentioned it earlier. That was going to be the question. They've got 4 for him already. And all season long in the first inning, in his prior 16 starts, they had scored a grand total of 3 runs for him. They've got 4 already here tonight.
Landslide.
1-0 pitch coming to Tommy Edman. He swings and pops it up, foul and out of play. Edman at the plate in his first at bat, presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car. Find your next one all on Edmunds.com. Stretch by Smith, and he fires home. And Tommy bangs it foul back to the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Edmunds. Edmunds is where you get your car. Edmund is where you get some hits every now and then. 245 is average. And here is the 1-2. He swings and taps it foul behind him. Tommy's got 10 home runs to start the night and 38 runs batted in.
Smith is about to make his 30th pitch in the opening inning.
Here's a 1-2 to Tommy Edman. And it's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, this is not what Will Venable wanted, is to come in here to Dodger Stadium game 1 and then have to start thinking about chewing up the bullpen. The bullpen guys for the White Sox, the phone must have just rang because
they're clearing the deck and somebody's going to take off a jacket and begin to toss.
Yeah. 2-2. Swinging a little flare on the infield left side. That's picked up by the third baseman, Josh Rojas, who was shifted over about as far as he could go. He throws on to first to get Edman. The Dodgers sent 8 men to the plate in the bottom of the first. 4 of them score. And at the end of a full inning at Dodger Stadium, it's the Dodgers 4, White Sox nothing.
Talk to me. This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun. Yes. 2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer. Pick it up like a burger. Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man. Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man. This is how I grew up eating hot dogs. My security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Like taking candy from a baby.
4-0 Dodgers, top of the second inning. Former Dodger Miguel Vargas, first baseman, leads off, right-handed hitter, facing Yamamoto, who fires in a strike. It's all for Miguel. He got to get reacquainted with a number of his old teammates, members of the training staff, coaches. 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul back, and it's 0-2. And so he was, of course, a guest with David Vassay on the pregame tonight. But Miguel, glad to be back and see a lot of familiar faces. He's hitting .229, 10 home runs. He's more than likely going to be the all-star representative for the White Sox this year. 0-2 is up high. And one thing that a lot of people around the ball club have noticed about him, last year I think he was a little bit upset to have been traded and kind of carried that with him into Chicago, but they say he's a different guy this year. Very good to be around, and he's been their best player. He pops this one up to right field, though, and underneath it is Teoscar Hernandez. He makes the catch, and there is one down for the White Sox in the top of the second. Kyle Teal, the batter, he's the catcher. Top of the second, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Here's the turn and the pitch. And a swing and a foul back.
You know, with Vargas, Tim, I think the other part, too, is he realized, and he's comfortable now in his own skin, but he realized it was actually a good deal for him. He was not going to play every day with the Dodgers, not with the personnel that they had.
Well, one pitch is high.
And not with the personnel they have this year.
No.
So it gave him really a chance to spread his wings and fly.
It gave him a new lease on life. And granted, the White Sox, in the win-loss column, for somebody who wants to win a lot, and that should be every player, it just wasn't happening for the White Sox. But at the same time, as you say, Vargas, he transitioned from the outfield back into third base. Now he's been at first base, and the report that I got from him earlier today on his play at first is that he's above average defensively as a first baseman. Teal fouls another pitch off. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
Teal may have to ice down his thumbs. He was jammed on that one. He's been hot. 8 for his last 15. It's only the 17th game that he's played in this year at the big league level.
Left-handed hitting catcher waits, and that's up high, and it's 2-2. But sometimes for a young player, and Teal the same thing. He was with the Boston organization, ended up getting traded to the White Sox, and now he's playing all the time. Pitches down low, where he wouldn't have been doing that if he was with his original organization.
No, he'd either be sitting on the bench or be playing a lot in AAA. Now, which would you rather have? Well, opportunity knocked on the door, and for Vargas, he's taking advantage of it.
You want to be in the big leagues. Payoff pitch coming to Kyle Teal. 1 out, nobody on. Yamamoto rocking on the hill, and the right-hander delivers home. And it's low, ball 4. So he's walked Teal, and the White Sox have their first base runner with one man out, and here comes Lenin Sosa.
Second baseman, number 50, Lenin Sosa.
Dodgers a 4-0 lead. 2-out walks to Smith and Muncy. Teoscar Hernandez an RBI single, Andy Pages an RBI double, and Michael Conforto a 2-run single. All with 2 outs. And there's a strike to Sosa. Just updating the Dodgers 2-out runs. They've got 180 to lead baseball in that category. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side. That's through past the diving Kim into left field. And a base hit for Sosa. Well, the White Sox with 2 on and 1 out.
Yeah, good bat speed also by Sosa. He's a little younger guy. He's 25. So you got Meidroth. He's 23. Teal's 23, Sosa 25, and Baldwin, who's playing in center field, 24.
Now, every start is different for every pitcher as he gets ready to face Rojas, left-handed hitting third baseman. And the way that you pitch is different depending on situations, depending on the hitters. And the first pitch is in the dirt. And the reason I say that is that Yamamoto's relied heavily on the fastball early in the game. He's thrown 14 of them through an inning and a third tonight. In his last start, 5 innings in Colorado, he threw 11 fastballs in the whole start. Now a 1-0 pitch to Rojas. He'll swing and miss at the splitter. Back-to-back splitters to start the at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike to Josh Rojas. Brooks Baldwin, the switch-hitting center fielder, is on deck. Runners at first and second, 1 out, 4-0 Dodgers. Top of the second inning, and the pitch. Swung on, lifted down the left field line. Long run for Conforto. He's near the short wall, reaches for it, makes the catch. Right on top of the wall. A good play by Michael Conforto, and there are 2 men gone.
Well, it's a difficult play because you're trying to keep your eye on the baseball and also keep checking exactly how much room you have left. That's why I continue to say warning tracks are important for an outfielder and infielder too, for that matter. You can feel the track underneath your shoes. And you know how much room you have. You know, some warning tracks you have 3 full strides and then you better come to a complete stop.
Brooks Baldwin with 2 down and 2 on. Pitch on the way to Baldwin is a curveball low.
You've heard this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say it. I wish that baseball would make a standard distance for all warning tracks, if possible. In other words, the same depth.
1-0 pitch. And a swing and a fly ball left field side toward foul ground again. Conforto. He'll try to get to it, but it's just out of his reach this time.
Here's the reason for my point. There have been so many different improvements to keep players healthy and avoid injuries. Padded walls, padded bars in front of the dugouts on the railings. Well, why not have standard warning tracks to where that outfielder or infielder looking at the ball, running into foul territory, you can tell when you are on the warning track and you know exactly how much room you have left to go before you either better catch it or stop.
1 ball, 1 strike to Baldwin. Out of the stretch, Yamamoto ready to throw. Here's his pitch. And it's over the outside corner for a strike. Tonight's left fielder for the White Sox, Andrew Benintendi. Case in point, Mo. In the old park in Tampa Bay, that's now unusable.
Yeah.
They had just carpet for a warning track.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And I saw Andrew Benintendi almost get squashed because of that. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and a fastball a little up in the zone. So Baldwin strikes out, strikeout number 2 in the game for Yamamoto. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. After an inning and a half, it's the Dodgers 4, White Sox 9.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's rated higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Bottom of the second inning, Ha-Sung Kim will lead off. Shohei Ohtani to follow, and then Freddie Freeman after that. 4-0 Dodgers. And Shane Smith is up. Third baseman Rojas in on the grass, but well off the line at third. I mean, even if you wanted to bunt down the third baseline, you might have a chance with where he's playing and the speed that Kim has. But I've never seen anybody play Kim over there.
Bunt the ball hard.
You could bunt him. You could bunt for a double.
Absolutely.
The way that the White Sox are playing, you could bunt for a double here. And Rojas is way off the line. He's almost standing in the middle of the infield. That's weird. And Kim hits one to right field instead. It's up in the air, and it'll be caught by Michael A. Taylor, and there's one away.
Well, every team has different scout reports. We have never seen that defensive alignment by any third baseman in any game this year.
I don't know that I've ever seen a third baseman play there. Well, even in the era of the shift, as far in on the grass as he was. Just an odd place. Now here's Ohtani. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to second first time up. Here's the pitch. And Shohei takes outside ball one. Work hard, play hard in the new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. 1-0 pitch, and it's up and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani waits at the plate from the left side. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. He swings and misses at a fastball.
When your leadoff hitter is batting for the second time in the second inning, you're in pretty good shape, at least at that point in the ballgame.
Ohtani went hitless on Sunday against the Royals. He swings, fouls one back. 0 for his last 9. So you know somebody's going to pay for this pretty soon. He doesn't go 0 for very long. Just a matter of time with Ohtani. 29 home runs. And the pitch missing high and outside. Ohtani has the most home runs before July 1st in Dodger franchise history. Next offer is cut on and foul tipped into the glove of Kyle Teal for strike 3. And Ohtani's 0 for his last 10.
That was 97. Fastball upstairs.
2 outs, bases empty. Freddie Freeman, the batter. Well, the other hitters that came close to what Ohtani has done here in 2025, Gary Sheffield in 2000 had 27 home runs before July 1st. Cody Bellinger in 2019, too. He had 27. Ohtani last year had 26. And Sean Green in 2002 had 25 before July 1st. 1 ball, no strike pitch to Freddie. And he'll take a strike.
For Freeman, last couple of games, starting to swing the bat better, but he was right at the Bob Uecker line for the month of June. Right smack dab on 200 batting average.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swing and a foul back. Now, Freddie's last game was Saturday in Kansas City. He reached base 5 times, scored 2 runs. Went 3 for 3 with 2 walks, and one of his hits was a home run, his first since the 11th of May. 1-2 pitch, and Freeman will take strike 3, a slider that caught the bottom part of the strike zone. Second strikeout of the game for Shane Smith, a much different inning than
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You can tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Vroom, vroom. From the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Top of the third inning, 4-0 Dodgers. And Michael A. Taylor, the right fielder, will take down low and in. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor, .214 hitter. 33 out of 154. Former Washington National. Yamamoto's next offer. Missing up high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Clayton Kershaw going tomorrow against Sean Burke. And I would imagine there will not be an empty seat here tomorrow night. Here's the pitch. It's called a strike and it's 2-1. Clayton Kershaw will be going for Major League history tomorrow.
There you go. Walking out on a limb again.
Well,
this place is going to be jammed. It's going to be rocking.
And it should be. It should be. 3-1 to Michael A. Taylor. Here's the wind of the pitch. Swung on ground ball towards short to his glove side. Ha-Sung Kim straightens up, throws high to first, but Freddie just tall enough. Reaches up, makes the catch, and Taylor is out 6-3. Well, Dodger fans, skip the line at Dodger Stadium. Look around the ballpark for the QR code to scan or order with the Uber Eats app from your seat and enjoy every pitch, run, and out. If you're coming tomorrow, it's a good idea. Skip the line. Or if you're here now. 1 out. Here's Mike Tauchman. Every time I think of Mike Tauchman, I think of the home run that he robbed from Albert Pujols a few years ago. That flipped the game around. That year when the Giants won 107 and the Dodgers won 106. That one play that Tauchman made might have made the entire difference in the division title.
Absolutely.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Tauchman. Inside corner with a fastball at 95. Good for a strike. One out, nobody on. Yamamoto, 40 pitches to this point in the game.
Mixed defense. Infield, a couple of steps to pull. Outfield, opposite way. Big gap, right center.
And here's a 1-2 on the way. That's down low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tried the curveball and missed. And when Yamamoto really starts landing the curveballs, he is really, really hard to hit. Because that just makes everything else work for him. Including that splitter off the fastball. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Struck him out with a 4-seamer on the outer half. And there are 2 down. That's the 3rd strikeout for Yamamoto.
Hey, friends, Major League Baseball is going to take over Atlanta with the game's biggest events. Action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN. That's July 14th, 5 o'clock Pacific. Then catch the 95th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard on the 15th at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox.
Chase Meidroth, the shortstop, takes strike one as Yamamoto just came back with a fastball. Meidroth grounded out to third base first time up, and he takes another strike knee-high outside corner. That's a terrific pitch by Yamamoto.
Meidroth, local product out of Torrance.
0-2 pitch. Swung on in, missed, strike three, a splitter down and in. A 1-2-3, top of the third, 4 strikeouts in the game for Yamamoto. 2.5 done at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 4.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's on point.
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
World champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old.
Dodgers 4, White Sox nothing. Bottom of the third inning. Will Smith facing Shane Smith. And Will pops this one up first base side. That's going to drift just over the netting and into the first row of the box seats just beyond the first base dugout. Aren't those great seats, by the way, with the tables down there? Those have always been great. They've got them on the third base side, too.
They're not a bad seat in the house.
No. And an 0-1 coming as Smith pitches to Smith. And a strike is called just at the top of the strike zone with a fastball. 0-2 to Will.
Yeah, the seats you're talking about down the line, I mean, you've got little tables in front of you.
And an 0-2. And a breaking ball fouled away to the right. Well, if you think Smith facing Smith is something, how about Will Smith facing Will Smith? And that has occurred on a number of occasions. The left-handed reliever. And Will Smith, this one, homered off him in the postseason when he was with the Braves at one point. There's a little number down to third, one-headed by Rojas on the run, throws, it's too late, and that's an infield single for Will. A base hit, Will Smith. He'll take him however he can get him.
Hit that slow chopper. A breaking ball that was down. That ball was hit. Probably the first bounce was about 5 inches in front of home plate.
Here's Max Muncy. Muncy walked and scored in the first. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. First pitch to Max is in the dirt. Ball one. Muncy's hit safely in 6 straight. Third baseman Rojas almost in on the grass, but way over to the shortstop position. Here's the pitch. And it kicks away from Teal and down to second safely is Will Smith on the wild pitch. And the Dodgers with a runner in scoring.
Teal did not get the tailgate down.
This White Sox team, a very young team. They're going to make mistakes. They have struggled away from home. 9-32 on the road. That's the worst road record in Major League Baseball. Here comes a 2-0. And Max swings and just pulled it hard and fouled a long way out of play down the right field side. Got out in front of the fastball. That fastball was left up, out, and over, and Max really could have done some damage with that. He was just a little bit ahead of it.
Yeah, not a bad fastball. We've seen a 96 and 97 tonight from Smith.
And Max swings and misses. That's strike 2. Now, since mid-May, with runners in scoring position, Muncy's been money with the batting average. .514 batting average in those situations since mid-May. Last 6 weeks. He swings and lifts this one in the air to shallow left. Here comes Benintendi on the run. He'll get underneath it and make the catch. And Muncy is out, 1 away. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez before he swings the bat. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Teoscar Hernandez at the plate, and he will look at a pitch on the outside corner. Good slider for a strike. Teoscar singled, drove in a run, and scored a run in the first. Dodgers up 4-0. Batting in the bottom of the third inning. Right-hander Shane Smith delivers home. This ball grounded toward the middle. Backhanded by Sosa behind the bag. Straightens up, throws on to first, and gets Teoscar. Will Smith advances to third. And there are 2 men out. Good play with the backhand by Sosa. And Andy Pages. A chance to get a 2-out runner in. 180 2-out runs now for the Dodgers after their 4 that they put up in the first inning. Infield back, 2 down, and the pitch coming to Andy Pages, who doubled his first time tonight. He'll take low and in. 1-0 to Pages. 33 hits in June. So if you have more hits than there are days in the month, you've had a great month. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Now let's see what he does for an encore in July. He's already started out in a good way with a double and a run batted in tonight, plus a run scored.
So to break it open. Again, after hitting .324 in June with 6 home runs and 19 runs batted in.
1-1 pitch to Pages. He'll swing and hit it on the ground, foul past third. Ball and 2 strikes to Andy. Well, Dodgers would love to see as many 4-seamers as they can from Shane Smith tonight. As a team this year, they're hitting .287 against the fastball with 44 home runs. 1 2 strike pitch to Pages. And that's in the dirt, backhanded by Teal.
Boy, Teal just saved a run.
He blocked the ball, didn't catch it cleanly, but kept it in front. Four runs on 4 hits for the Dodgers. 2 outs. Will Smith, the runner at third base, and a 2 2 strike pitch from Shane Smith. And Andy lays off the high pitch. That's a full count now, 3-2. Dodgers would love to get some more runs for Yamamoto. His run support average, only 2.5 runs a game. That's going to change tonight, though. 3-2. Swung on and a line drive right field and a base hit. In to score, Will Smith. Another 2-out run across, and it's 5-0 Dodgers.
If someone were to ask me, just to make an observation of what I see the difference in Pages first part of the season, you go back to last year as well, the end of the season when he came up. He understands how to stay back on the ball and go to right field. I was talking earlier in the season about the fact he handles the ball in very well. The ball away was problematic. No longer.
Michael Conforto had a 2-out, 2-run single in the first. He's 1 for 1. And a curveball for a strike. 0-1.
As the start of the ball game off, runners in scoring position, 4 for 6 tonight.
Stretched by Shane Smith. He kicks and deals, and Conforto hits the ball to left field pretty well, but ranging back after it is Andrew Benintendi. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. Dodgers pick up another run, 2 hits. They leave a man. And at the end of 3 full, it's the Dodgers 5.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Ball continues on its official home.
Left fielder Andrew Benintendi leads off for the White Sox to start the 4th inning. 5-0 Dodgers. And Yamamoto deals him a strike. Benintendi 0 for 1. He popped up to Max Muncy at third in the first inning. Benintendi hitting .232. Swings and lines one to left center field. Pages on the run. And Andy Pages with a backhanded trap. The ball just skipped into his glove. He made a great effort to get there. But the second base umpire, Chris Siegel, was out there, and he indicated the ball was in play and fair and not caught. So Benintendi with the leadoff single to start the 4th inning. He's coming in at an angle that was a difficult one probably to dive for, huh? That one? Well, this ball by Vargas is swung on, hit in the air to center field. Pages underneath it makes the catch, and there's one away.
Yeah, it would have been one of those dives almost head first right to the baseball. Either you field it cleanly or be using a straw to have lunch and dinner for the next couple of weeks.
You know what the grass tastes like. That's for sure. 1 out and 1 on. Kyle Teal, left-handed hitting catcher up. He walked his first time to the plate tonight. Yamamoto sends it home. There's a ground ball to second. Edman will have 1 play. He's too close to first. He'll just throw out Teal there, take the out. And Benintendi advances to second.
Well, Yoshinobu Yamamoto's on the mound tonight. Tomorrow night's going to be Yamamoto bobblehead against the White Sox. First 40,000 fans in attendance will take home the Yamamoto bobblehead presented by ANA, all Nippon Airways. Come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Second baseman Lenin Sosa. 276, 1 for 1 tonight. Singled in the second inning. Was stranded after all. Benintendi leads from second, stretch from Yamamoto. Now the right-hander comes home. And Sosa takes a strike that was fired in there at 95. A really good crowd here tonight and tomorrow night. Yamamoto bobblehead night, and also Clayton Kershaw going for 3,000 strikeouts. 0-1 pitch. And that's a curveball inside. And here's a question, too, that you got to think about. If you're thinking about coming or you're planning on being here to see that, will there ever be another pitcher, especially a left-hander, and the way the game is going now, to have 3,000 hits? And Sosa hits one to left field and deep. It's going to bounce off the wall. Coming around to score is Benintendi, and in with a 2-out run scoring double is Lenyn Sosa. It's 5-1. Curveball just hung a little bit too much. And Sosa made him pay. He's 2 for 2. And Josh Rojas, the third baseman. What the question is, will you tomorrow night see the last 3,000 strikeout guy in person? You don't know. He's got to get 3 strikeouts.
Well, the usage of starting pitching, we're beginning to see it change. Not as many innings. We don't see complete games, but very rarely. Because the emphasis is on the bullpen, including you look at the rosters. They increased 26 players instead of 25 to add an extra pitcher.
Pitch inside to Rojas, 2-0. Yeah, just the way that pitching's evolved in the usage, as you mentioned. So the history we see tomorrow could be the last one for a long, long time, maybe ever. 2-0. Swung on, popped up, foul out of play.
Well, it will have to be with someone with a long longevity. Like a Nolan Ryan. What did he pitch for? 40 years?
40, 50,
seemed like
60 years.
And he wasn't injured.
A lot of hitters would have thought so. About the years. I think the next closest guy might be Garrett Cole of the Yankees. He might have a shot. 2-1. And there is a strike delivered to Sosa. We'll talk a lot about the 3,000 Club tomorrow. A lot of information on that we'll pass on to you.
Yeah.
But
think there's going to be any photos or videos taken tomorrow night? Oof.
Yep. Plenty of them. 2-2 pitch. And Rojas is looking at one in the dirt.
And you know what? Including us.
All right, we'll have ours going probably. Three and 2 the count. Yamamoto throwing the payoff pitch to Josh Rojas. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. A splitter got him. And that is the 5th strikeout of the game for Yamamoto. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. After 3.5, it's the Dodgers 5, White Sox 1.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me. And we kind of just put together what we think would look cool. We went Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward. And that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Second baseman Tommy Edman leads off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dodgers leading it 5-1. Shane Smith still in there, and he delivers a swinging strike with a high fastball. And again, the White Sox are doing something rather unconventional with their third baseman, with Edman batting left-handed. And the pitch is in the dirt. The third baseman, Josh Rojas, is playing in a position where you never see a third baseman play. He is in on the grass, way off the line.
Almost halfway between the third and second base bag.
Yeah, if you were going to line up the left fielder and the pitcher, he's right there. He's right in line. And the pitch is in the strike zone on the inside corner, 1-2.
Well, if you're going to bunt, you're not trying to bunt it towards the shortstop position. You're trying to bunt it down the third baseline or drag it with you to first base if you're a left-handed batter.
Here comes a 1-2. And Edman fouls it off.
And the same spot also with Kim, who's on deck.
Dodgers with 5 hits. 4 of them have come with 2 strikes on the batter tonight. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And Edman could not hold up his swing. He strikes out. Curveball got him. And that is strikeout number 3 for Shane Smith. Well, 1 down for the Dodgers, and here comes Hae-Sung Kim. And the third baseman's going to come in and occupy that rover position again. We'll have to find out what that's about. I knew the White Sox played the infield in, but not one at a time. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So a lot of times, Mo, as you know, when you got an infield in situation, maybe a runner at third, Will Venable of the White Sox, he will tell his infielders to come in regardless of the situation early in the game. Swing and a miss by Kim, and it's 0-2. A lot of teams will play back if there's no score, if it's a 1-run game, if it's first, second inning. If it's early, they'll play for the out. But the White Sox play in to cut down the run no matter what inning it is. Rojas moves back now toward the outfield. Here's the pitch, and Kim swings at a curveball and strikes out, and he was all over the place. And he was looking down to the right of the foul pole by the time that swing finished. So 4 strikeouts now, another one on the curveball. And you'd expect Ohtani to see some more breaking pitches. He's 10 for 61 on off-speed pitches. However, he leads Major League Baseball in home runs against breaking balls with 13. First pitch to him is a changeup in the dirt. The Dodgers as a team hitting .248 against changeups with 14 homers. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Shohei is 0 for his last 10. And again, he gets around here. It's just a matter of time before somebody pays the price. Here comes the 1-1. Inside to him. 2 balls and a strike.
Another curveball.
Shohei has scored more runs than anybody in Major League Baseball. 82 of those. And a 2-1 pitch. Ohtani swings and fouls it back off of Alan Porter, the home plate umpire. Allen was staggered.
He went down to a knee.
He might have got it in a place that is not covered by his shin guards. The home plate umpires will wear shin guards underneath their pants. And now the other umpires are coming in. Also, Thomas Albert, Dodger trainer, coming over to check on the home plate umpire.
Inside of the right knee. He hit part of the shin guard, but I'm sure they pushed it away.
Immediately, Ohtani turned around, tried to help him up. Well, if you're a home plate umpire in Major League Baseball, this is not unfamiliar territory for you. Unfortunately, I mean, these guys take a beating back there. I don't know if we talk about it enough, but there are a lot of parts of their body that are still exposed outside of the shoulder pads and the chest protector and the shin guards. He looks like he's okay. He's getting some pats.
He's as okay as he's going to be, at least for right now.
So, Shohei puts his arm around him, pats him on the back, and now we'll get back to play. Well, 2 outs, nobody on. Back-to-back strikeouts. Edman and Kim swinging.
Now we'll watch Porter. Does he try and make sure that he's going to use the catcher a little bit more as a screen?
Well, he's lined up in the slot where he's supposed to be. Half of his right side of his body's exposed. Pitch outside, and that's a ball. 3-2.
Another breaking ball.
Ohtani awaits the 3-2 pitch from Shane Smith. Here it comes. He swings. It's a high drive to right field. Way back it goes, and this ball is gone! a home run. Shohei Ohtani with a blast. His 30th of the season. And the Dodgers lead it 6-1. Oh, that'll show them. Ohtani with his 83rd run scored. A 408-foot blast into the right field pavilion.
Trying to sneak a fastball by him is like trying to walk a pork chop past a hungry wolf. Daniel's Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
That ball was halfway up the pavilion. Now Freddie Freeman fouls one away. Up into the lows on the third base side.
When Ohtani launches a home run, it's like it has after jets on it.
That thing just kept on carrying and carrying. It didn't quit. 0-1 pitch to Freddie, swing and a miss, strike two. That's the 5th home run in the last 8 games for Ohtani. 30 home runs, leads the National League.
Crowd still buzzing.
And Freddie takes up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there was a beach ball that was on the field as the ball was hit.
Yeah. That may have been the size of the pitch that Ohtani saw.
It looked like a beach ball. Yeah, well, he got a slider. And he sees a lot of those, and he just punished it. Now a 1-2 pitch. And Freddie swings and strikes out on a fastball. Dodgers get a run on the home run by Ohtani. Shane Smith strikes out 3. And Ohtani gets the Dodgers another run. We go to the 5th. It's the Dodgers 6, White Sox 1.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, it's Freddie. A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of. To punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Dodgers with the lead over the White Sox. We start the 5th inning. Brooks Baldwin, the center fielder, up from the left side against Yamamoto. Even with the bag off the line at third, and into the grass is Max Muncy. And Yamamoto deals him a strike. This is the most number of runs that the Dodgers have scored for Yamamoto when he's been in a game this season. 6. Here's an 0-1. And that's outside. That's pretty much the average number of runs the Dodgers will score in a game. One ball, 1 strike count to Brooks Baldwin. He swings and fouls one up the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, let's go into the Wayback Machine. Not too far, though. Just the beginning of the 2023 season. The Dodgers' record since then, 251 and 158. Baldwin fouls one back. And why is that important? Well, that's the best record in Major League Baseball since the beginning of 2023. The White Sox are 130 and 278 in that same time. They are 120 and a half games behind the Dodgers since the beginning of 2023. And a splitter swung on and missed, and Baldwin is out swinging for the second time. Strikeout number 6 for Yamamoto.
And the tag by Will Smith.
Drop third strike. This is Michael A. Taylor, grounded to short. He's 0 for 1. But that's quite a distance in terms of, you look at two franchises, and just by coincidence they happen to share a spring training facility, but two different franchises that far apart in that short period of time.
It's light years difference.
The 0-1 pitch coming to Michael A. Taylor. Swinging a ground ball foul over by the Dodger dugout. The team photographer John Suhu wasn't looking, and that ball went in his general area. John might need a helmet now. 2 strikes on Michael A. Taylor. And the pitch. And he could not help but go around on that slider. He strikes out. Strikeout number 7 for Yamamoto. 2 away. Yamamoto's got something going now. Mike Tauchman has struck out swinging twice, once on a splitter, once on a fastball, and he swings here and pops it up. Left field, ranging over to foul ground is Conforto, and he makes a backhanded stab right by the wall. Second really good play tonight in foul ground by Michael Conforto. And it's a clean top of the 5th for Yamamoto. He retires the side in order.
The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
That play by Michael Conforto was the save of the game, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye to grass, hello rebates. BeWaterwise.com is the site to visit. 6-1, Dodgers in front, bottom of the 5th inning. Will Smith leading off, and Shane Smith still in there. Shohei Ohtani with a home run, his 30th of the year. So the calendar flips over to a new month, and Shohei starts hitting home runs again. Well, not that they ever really stopped. I mean, it's his 5th in the last 8 games. Well, like we were talking about, he had an 0 for 10 streak, and somebody was going to pay the price. It's just, we made that observation since he's been a Dodger. He doesn't go 0 for very long, and usually when the 0 for ends, it's loud. Left-hander Tyler Alexander is now warming up for the White Sox. This will be the 86th pitch for Smith. And Will fouls this one away to the right, not a play. 2-2 the count to Will.
After Ohtani goes from 0 for 10 to then pitchers go, oh no.
The longer those streaks go on, somebody's going to end up wearing it, and it was Shane Smith tonight, the pitch. It's in the dirt. 3-2. Now, the book on Shane Smith is that he is developing a very good changeup, but the changeup hasn't shown up so much tonight. Here's a 3-2. Swung on, fouled away. He's got more use out of the curveball and the elevated fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will Smith, then Max Muncy, and then Teoscar Hernandez here in the Dodger 5th. 3-2 pitch, outside, ball 4, and for the second time in the game, Will Smith has walked. Well, I know this is going to break your heart, but the Giants are losing again. 8-2. The Diamondbacks have been pouring it on the Giants in Phoenix tonight. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning. If they lose, it would be their 7th loss in the last 8 games. Max Muncy couldn't hold up a swing on a curveball. No balls, 1 strike to Max. Back since the 12th of June, the Giants are 5-13, and they have just fallen off the table.
It would also be 8 of 11 in the loss column.
Yeah. Padres, by the way, rained out today with the Phillies. 0-1 pitch. That's inside and low.
Yeah, the Dodgers went on this last road trip. 6 games. They went 5-6. When they went on the trip, the Giants were 3.5 behind the Dodgers. Padres were 5.5 behind. Well, it started off Padres 7, Giants 8.
Throw over to first base, and Will gets back. You know, on that road trip, the Dodgers just needed to win. They did a good job winning 5 of 6 against Colorado and Kansas City. 2 teams that have been struggling to score runs, and the Dodgers took advantage. 1-1, wave and a miss. That's the curve.
And we talked about the very first game in Denver. You're playing 2 different teams, the Rockies and then the Royals. You know, they're having their own issues. And one of the things we said is, look, don't take your foot off the accelerator. Well, the Dodgers didn't.
And a 1-2 pitch. Muncy swings and hammers at the center field and deep. This one heading back toward the wall. It is caught right in front of the wall by Brooks Baldwin. Well, Muncy hit it right on the screws, but it stayed in the ballpark. And Baldwin had it lined up just right, and Muncy is out 1 away. Smith back to first.
Yeah, it was impressive with Balder going back. Perfect angle to get back on the baseball. Still had plenty of time, really.
Well, from the center fielder's standpoint, isn't that one of the toughest ones, the one that's hit exactly at you?
Yeah, I think, at least for me, is that the lower line drive was even more difficult. But ball hit right at you, you don't really know which way it's going to go. I mean, sometimes they can tail, sometimes they hook, sometimes they sink, sometimes there's good backspin. It seems like it stays in the air forever.
0-1 to Teoscar Hernandez, who was 1 for 2 with a run batted in tonight. He's also scored a run. 1 out. Will Smith leads at first. And the fastball kind of locked up Teoscar. He started to swing, then tried to stop and couldn't. But it was too late, and it's 0-2. Beautiful night for baseball here. The silhouette of the San Gabriel Mountains absolutely perfect tonight. So clear. You could see earlier when the sunshine was on the mountains, you could see every detail of those mountains. 0-1 pitch. That's outside. We get a great look at the ridge line all the way from one side to the other from where we sit. Lenyn Sosa shading the bag at second base. 1 out. Smith leads at first pitch, and Teoscar waves and foul tips it into the glove of Kyle Teal for strike 3. 6th strikeout for Shane Smith. Got that one on a fastball. That's going to do it for him. Will Venable, the skipper, first-year skipper of the White Sox, comes out. In fact, Will Venable played for the Dodgers in 2016. And he makes the pitching change and will make a pitching change timeout. Tyler Alexander will come in, a left-hander. When we return, there are 2 out, 1 on, and the score in the bottom of the 5th.
Checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
Left-hander Tyler Alexander makes his 28th appearance. He's 4-8 with a .519 earned run average, 39 strikeouts in 52 innings. And the opposition hitting .291 against him. 2 down, runner at first is Will Smith. Dodgers up 6-1, bottom of the 5th, and Andy Pages the batter. Pages takes the curveball, swings, and fouls it back. Last 17 games for Pages, he has driven in 17 runs. And his 57 RBIs now tied for 8th most in the National League. 0-1 delivery to Pages. Pitch is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alexander last pitched on the 27th against the Giants. Through 3 innings. Allowed 2 runs. There's a 1-1 pitch to Andy. That'll wait. Step over to first. The backstanding Will Smith. Alexander's 1-1 offer is swung on and hit in the air to center field. Playable for Baldwin. Baldwin drifting back and right in front of the warning track makes the catch. And the Dodgers are done in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. On to the 6th inning at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 6. And there are 2 men out for Chicago in the top of the 6th.
Nifty little play.
He was a Gold Glover in Japan 3 straight years. He definitely can field his position. We've seen it time and time again. When it's time to cover first, he is over there fast. He can really work the glove, too. Miguel Vargas is 0 for 2. Fly to right in the 2nd, fly to center in the 4th. Fouls this pitch back, and it's 0-1. So we told you the Padres and Phillies got rained out today in Philadelphia. They're going to have a doubleheader tomorrow. Another foul ball back by Vargas. Nationals and Tigers rained out. They're going to have a doubleheader tomorrow in D.C. And the Mets and Brewers rained out. They'll play a doubleheader at Citi Field tomorrow. Bad weather in the Northeast. and along the Atlantic seaboard. 0-2 pitch coming. And Vargas looks at the slider down and away, 1-2. The Red Sox and Reds playing at Fenway Park, they were victimized. Their game started, though, and it's been suspended. They'll complete that tomorrow afternoon as part of a doubleheader. Boston was leading 2-1 at the time of the suspension in the top of the fourth. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Miguel Vargas. And a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Aren't you glad we don't have to deal with that stuff out here? Bad weather.
This is tough duty.
We are spoiled with the weather here.
We got a taste of it in Kansas City.
Colorado, too.
Yes, we did.
2-2 pitch. Yamamoto shook off the first side and then throws what he wanted to, and that was the curveball, and it comes in low. It's 3-2 to Vargas. Six runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 3 hits for the White Sox. Vargas swings, fouls it off to the right. I think the last road trip we had some weather delays too, right before that. St. Louis, do we have one? I don't think we did in St. Louis. I think it was before that in May. Three-two pitch, grounded foul wide of third, I beg your pardon. That's the other corner.
St. Louis had an hour and 18-minute delay.
Yeah, we did have one. Okay.
Yep.
3-2, and Vargas fouls it off into the Dodger dugout, sending some of his former teammates scrambling. He's looking over in the dugout now. And now he'll step back in the right-hand batter's box, draws the bat back and waits. The payoff pitch from Yamamoto. Swung on, popped up, shallow right center field. Edman is out. Here comes Teoscar in to call him off. Hernandez will make the catch. And the side is retired in order. 1, 2, 3. Go the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 6, White Sox 1.
Your teammates know you to be a lone ranger on the field, Capricorn, preferring to fly solo when you practice your craft. But keeping yourself closed off from collaboration robs you of the improvement that comes from teaming up. Reach out to a trusted teammate to be on the receiving end of your curveballs, and you'll both find an acceleration in your skills.
Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Left fielder Michael Conforto will lead off the Dodgers 6th. 6-1 Dodgers lead. Left-hander Tyler Alexander sends a pitch home and it's outside for ball 1. Alexander stretching, and his 1-0 offer is swung on and bounced towards second slowly. Lenine Sosa grabs. Throws on to first base in time to get Conforto, and there's one away. 4-3 goes the put out. The hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Tommy Edman, switch hitter, turning around about right-handed against the lefty, and he looks at a pitch up high, ball one. Ha-Seong Kim is on deck, and then Ohtani after that. 1-0 pitch to Tommy Edman. And he'll take up high again, 2-0. Just another note on that Ohtani home run, Mo. The exit velocity, 116.3 miles per hour. Crazy. And that's outside 3-0.
There's been a lot of different metrics to it. Exit velocity, launch angle, distance. And by the way, that's 30 home runs at least 5 consecutive years.
The last time that there were 3 players before the All-Star break to have 30 home runs in a season, go back to 2019. 3-1 pitch to Tommy Edman. He swings and misses. Cody Bellinger with the Dodgers was one of them. Pete Alonso was one as well, and Christian Yelich with the Brewers. But this year there's, of course, Ohtani and Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh with the Mariners. And Tommy Edman goes down looking on a pitch on the outside corner, fastball. And that'll be the 7th strikeout for, it won't be the 7th, it'll be the first. Smith had 6. It'll be the 7th time a Dodger has struck out tonight, 2nd time for Edman. And here's Ha-Seong Kim. His job, get on in front of Ohtani. Third baseman playing him in a weird place on the infield grass. He's way off the line, but in on the grass. Lined up very oddly. Here's a 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2, so now Rojas will go back and he'll play shortstop. While the shortstop, Chase Meidroth, goes over and plays as close as he can to second base. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. Two outs, nobody on. A 1-2 pitch coming to Ha-Seong Kim. Playing shortstop tonight. Mookie Betts getting the night off. 1-2 delivery. And it's outside. He lays off the sweeper. Left on left matchup. Kim is 0 for 2. Fly to right and struck out swinging. 2-2 from Tyler Alexander. And a little swinging bunt right out in front of the plate. Picked up by Kyle Teal. He rifles it down to first base in time. 2-3 goes the put out. The side retired in order. On to the 7th inning. It's the Dodgers 6, Chicago 1.
AM 570.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Top of the 7th inning. It's a 6-1 Dodger lead. Kyle Teal, the Chicago catcher, standing in from the left side against Yamamoto. And Yamamoto drills a strike in there. So as far as Yoshinobu Yamamoto is concerned, pitch count doing pretty well right here. Starting the 7th inning with 84 pitches. Now the pitch inside, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Teal, who is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. 1-1 pitch. And that's downstairs 2-1. On AAA tonight, a lot of eyes on Emmett Sheehan pitching for the Oklahoma City Comets. There was some conversation in the manager's presser today about Emmett. And that one misses outside. Fastball just off the plate, 3-1. It did not go very well for Emmett Sheehan tonight over in Las Vegas. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Will Smith. They're through 5 innings over there in Las Vegas, is leading Oklahoma City 8-2. Sheehan tonight 2 1/3. 4 earned runs on 6 hits. Walked 1, struck out 2. 59 pitches, 39 good for strikes. And Bobby Miller in the game now in relief. Here is a 3-2 pitch now to Kyle Teal. And a ground ball that's toward the middle. There's Kim crossing over to the right side of second base. He'll throw out Teal, and there's 1 away for Chicago in the top of the 7th inning. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com.
The second baseman, Flavian Sosa.
Well, Dave Roberts was talking about Emmett Sheehan today, and he said that he's not sure where he fits in, but he certainly deserves the opportunity to be back here in the big leagues, and that they do expect him to get him back at some point. He's just not sure exactly when. Lenyn Sosa is 2 for 2, single-double with a run batted in. He drove in Chicago's only run in the 4th inning when he got Benintendi home with a 2-out double. There's a 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Yamamoto to Sosa. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him.
Tomorrow, Blake Snell will throw the rubber and pitch to live hitters. We don't know how many pitches or simulated situations. He's also asked about Roki Sasaki, and Dave Roberts' answer was he's trending.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the answer. Nobody asked him trending which way, but trending, and says he's feeling okay. 1-2, ground ball to third. Good hop for Muncy. Sets his feet, throws strongly to first. Right on target to Freddie Freeman, 2 away.
Well, another thing that's trending is the 4th of July weekend here at Dodger Stadium. The Astros will be in 3-game series, so make sure to stay for the post-game fireworks show Friday night as well. So for tickets and information, keep in mind Dodgers and Astros. You can visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Big fireworks show.
Josh Rojas, third baseman, takes ball 1. Wind kicking up a little bit now, blowing toward the right field foul pole. 1-0 missing, and that's a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and hammered down the right field line, hooking, and that'll be a foul ball.
Wound up in the second row of the Loge level.
Well, that's the best ball hit by a White Sox player tonight, fair or foul. I mean, he just crushed that inside cutter. Unfortunately for Yamamoto, foul ball, 2-1 pitch. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yoshinobu Yamamoto. From Yoshinobu Yamamoto to Josh Rojas. Brooks Baldwin waiting on deck.
Yamamoto with 97 pitches.
Trying to get through 7 innings for the 3rd time this year. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He does. 7 solid innings for Yamamoto as he picks up his 8th strikeout of the game on a splitter. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox for the 3rd consecutive inning. Yamamoto.
Into the upper deck. Back to the boys in blue. The world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old.
Ohtani will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning against Alexander. Left on left matchup with the pitch inside, ball 1. 6-1, Dodgers lead it. Ohtani 1 for 3 with a towering home run to right field in the 4th inning. And the pitch. He's looking for another, but he took that one, and it's 1-1. Sweeper over the heart of the plate. That's a dangerous pitch for any pitcher to throw. Any hitter, not just Ohtani. They just floated over the middle. And now Shohei will take a pitch on the inside part of the plate, a changeup, and it's 1-2.
Well, we filled in a blank or two. So the home run was 116.3 miles an hour. We know the distance, and the other thing we brought up, what was the launch angle? It's 42 degrees. And Sarah Langs, who does a good job of just kind of updating what happens. The hardest hit home run with at least a 36-degree launch angle or more in the last 10 years at least.
That's the StatCast era. High fastball swung on and missed, and Ohtani is out. Striking out for the 2nd time tonight.
So every time we see Ohtani hit a home run, I mean, other numbers, because you can track so many different electronic angles, being able to figure out. So 116.3 miles an hour, 42-degree launch angle.
First pitch coming to Freddie Freeman. Freddie swings and misses, and tonight he is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts.
Because most guys that hit the ball that high, you don't get the carry.
Probably don't get the warning track.
No.
Another swing and a miss, this time on a cutter, and Freddie behind 0-2.
No, you normally get a hang with him. You get back to the dugout.
Nothing in 2 pitch from Alexander. And Freddie swings and strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Smith takes the ball low. Ball one. 51,368 here tonight. On a Tuesday night at Dodger Stadium, first of 3 in this interleague series. Will takes a strike about knee high down the middle. 1-1. And tomorrow will be one of those nights here where everybody's going to want to say they were here. With Clayton Kershaw pitching and going for strikeout number 3,000. Get here early. Jack Dreyer, in the meantime, is warming up for the Dodgers in the bullpen. The lefty. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball in for a strike to Will. So Yamamoto's going to be done. It'll be the third time this year he's gone 7. And again, retiring the last 10 that he faced. He went 7 at Texas on the 18th of April. He also went 7 against Arizona on the 20th of May, and now goes 7 against the White Sox, and is the pitcher of record on the plus side, leaving the game. Full count to Will Smith, 3-2. Full count pitch coming to Will. And Smith hits one high in the air to right field, playable for Michael A. Taylor. Taylor backpedaling underneath it, makes the catch, and the Dodgers done in order for the second straight inning. We're through 7 full at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 6 and the White Sox 1.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Top of the 8th inning, Dodgers with a 6-1 lead. Jack Dreyer comes in. The pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. For Yamamoto tonight, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 98 pitches, 65 for strikes, and he lowers his ERA from 2.61 down to 2.51. Right fielder Michael A. Taylor will be due up second this inning. The right fielder, the center fielder, Brooks Baldwin, leads off. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. 33rd appearance for Jack Dreyer is 2-2, the 3.24 ERA. And now right-hander Steven Wilson warming for Chicago. 1 ball and 1 strike to Baldwin. Now the pitch. Inside. Almost the 3rd time the Dodgers have had Yamamoto go 7 full. The Dodgers have had 4 pitchers go 7, or 4 performances, with Kershaw the other with a 7-inning start. But he's made it easy on the bullpen here in Game 1.
And his offense has made it easy for him tonight. Finally put some runs on the board. 4 in the very first inning, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth.
2-2 pitch coming from Jack Dreyer to Brooks Baldwin. Switch hitter batting right-handed now. And the ball in the dirt, 3-2. Top of the 8th brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. Next offer, 3-2, swung on, fouled back. Dreyer sent a fastball his way. Dreyer last pitched on Sunday. Kind of wrapped things up in Kansas City. Dodgers would win that game 5-1. 3-2. And that pitch is low, ball 4. So Dreyer comes out of the bullpen and walks the first man he sees. Well, we're glad you're with us, no matter where you happen to be, along with Rick Monday, Tim Neverett with you. Dwayne McDonald, our producer, engineer. David Vassay in the booth with us. And also tonight, Dylan Knight, our broadcast intern with the Dodgers. She's sitting in the booth tonight out of UC Davis, trying to learn as much as she can. And the pitch is inside for ball 1 to Michael A. Taylor. Right side of the infield open with Edman shading the bag and Freeman holding the runner. And Taylor rips one foul down the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, lots to like about what Yamamoto did in this one tonight. Last 2 starts, he's only given up 1 earned run on 4 hits total. Had 1 hit allowed against the Rockies, and just 3 tonight by the White Sox. Swing and a miss, 1-2 to Taylor. And time called by the hitter. Most everything final in baseball tonight. Only one other game going on as we speak. It's in Seattle between the Royals and the Mariners. 5-3 Kansas City, top of the 9th. Swing, and that is strike 3. Foul tip into the glove of Will Smith. And Taylor is out. As Jack Dreyer gets him on a slider. 1 away for the White Sox in the 8th. Now Mike Tauchman 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts, both swinging. Last time up, he flied out to Conforto in foul ground in left field. Swings and fouls one back. No balls and 1 strike. Baldwin, the first base runner for Chicago since the 4th inning. Have not had a lot of traffic on the bases. Slider, swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. Nothing into the count. Dreyer fires, and that's upstairs. You know, tomorrow's going to be one of those days, Mo. You know, you look forward to every game, but sometimes you look forward to some game more than another, and that's what we're going to have here tomorrow with Kershaw starting. Going for 3,000 strikeouts. How rare is that? Pitches in the dirt, blocked by Smith. Only 19 men have done it before. Only 3 other left-handers have done it before. And only 2 other men have done it with 1 team. Bob Gibson with the Cardinals, Walter Johnson with Washington. The big train. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fisted foul back to the screen.
And for those that are coming to the stadium tomorrow, we cannot suggest enough get here early. Whatever you think is early, make an additional 30 minutes at least early.
2-2 pitch coming to the left-handed hitting Mike Tauchman. He swings, shatters his bat, rolls it to second. Tommy Edman picks it up. He looks at second, doesn't have a play, goes to first and takes the out. And the business end of the bat is resting to the right side of the pitcher's mound. That'll be taken care of. Baldwin advances to second base, and Tauchman is out 4-3.
Shortstop number 10, Chase Minecraft.
Now Kershaw knows what's up for tomorrow, but he's also trying to win a baseball game, and he's been pitching well lately. You think of the outing that he had in Colorado. There's the pitch to Meidroth, the shortstop, is up high. He didn't have his curveball. And here he is getting guys out with his fastball and slider only. But he still knows how to get guys out. And he'll try to do that again tomorrow. So we would anticipate his curveball being back now that we're at sea level.
Yeah, I would think with the sea level, they're considerably more dense than Denver.
Jack Dreyer out of the stretch delivers home the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball past Dreyer right to the second baseman. Edman, who's next to the bag, throws on to first. And that does it for the White Sox in the top of the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, one left, no Dodger errors. To the home half of the 8th when we return. It's the Dodgers 6, White Sox 1.
When you want Dodger.
Boomer is the dog. Then he looked good. I just followed his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Bottom of the 8th inning, new pitcher on for the White Sox. 6-1 Dodgers lead it. It's Steven Wilson, former Padre, facing Max Muncy. This pitching change presented by Navien, HVAC and water heater products. So Muncy tonight 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Wilson's 28th appearance, 2-1, a 1.73 earned run average. So he's been effective. Probably the most effective reliever for the White Sox out of their bullpen. Tyler Alexander went 2 1/3. 3 strikeouts and all the rest zeros. 1-0 pitch from Wilson to Muncy. Max swings and hammers one foul into the loge on the first base side. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner for a strike. That ball game ended in Phoenix 8-2. Diamondbacks beat the Giants tonight. The Diamondbacks just a couple of games behind the Giants in the standings now. Wild pitch goes to the backstop. 2-2. So if things hold up here, again, the Padres didn't play, so there's a half game difference there because they didn't play today. They'll make that up with a doubleheader tomorrow. But the Giants will go from 8 to 9 games out as soon as the Dodgers wrap this one up. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Max Muncy. Muncy hits a high fly ball foul out of play, third base side. Astros beat the Rockies tonight 6-5. The Rockies are now 19-66. And the Astros will be here Friday. They're 51-34. And a 2-2. Wave and a miss and a sweeper. And Max is out on strikes. And one down here in the bottom of the eighth. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And Teoscar will look out at Wilson, who deals him a sweeper for a strike. Dodgers have won 12 of the last 15. They're looking to add to that total and continue to climb in the West. Put distance between themselves and both San Diego and San Francisco.
The Giants coming in today had lost 7-10.
Here's a 1-1 pitch to Teoscar. Swinging a ground ball down the third base line, fair. It is kicked into foul ground by Rojas, and safe at first is Hernandez. Should be a base hit for Teoscar.
Yeah, it is a hit and should be to the backhand side. Even if he's able to field it, there's no way he could have stopped, turned around, and thrown out Hernandez at first base. That was a hanging breaking ball.
Andy Pages 2 for 3 tonight. 2 RBIs, single double. Last time up in the fifth, he flied to center. 1 on, 1 out, 6-1 Dodgers, bottom of the eighth. Anthony Banda warming up for the Dodgers in the bullpen. He would come on and pitch in the ninth. There's a 1-0 on the way from Steven Wilson. And he throws a sweeper outside.
Wilson's also changed speeds on the fastball. First one he threw in this inning was 93. The first pitch to Paz in this at bat was 96.
2-0 on the way. Here it comes from Wilson. And Pages swings. Hits a high fly ball to left. Coming in is Andrew Benintendi. He'll make the catch for the second out. And Teoscar Hernandez goes back to first. And Michael Conforto looking to do a little more damage. 1 for 3, 2 RBIs tonight. On the first inning single. Since he's flied to left and grounded out to second. Stretch by Wilson. And the first pitch to the left-handed hitter is taken outside, ball 1. So Conforto gets ahead 1-0. The Dodgers' 5 through 7 hitters tonight have been productive. 5 for 11 with 5 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch. And that is downstairs. The top 3 hitters in the order have 2 hits. Ohtani's home run in the 4th. Will Smith's infield single in the 3rd. But they have scored 3 times. Smith twice and Ohtani once. 3 balls, no strikes to Conforto. But every night's different. Some nights the top of the order will carry you, the middle of the order sometimes. And lately we've seen a couple of times where the bottom of the order's gotten it done. 3-0 pitch. Conforto will take a fastball strike over the outside third of the plate.
Your ball club's got a good chance when you don't really know, if you're the opposing team, which guy is going to be hot on any given night.
3-1 delivery to Conforto. He pulls it foul into the Chicago dugout on the first base side. Bat boy running for cover.
You look at the offense, you just cannot count on the same guys pulling the wagon every night.
And you'd like it, but it just doesn't happen that way. It's not the way the game is. Payoff pitch, runner goes, and Conforto hits a high fly ball to right, shallow. Lenine Sosa, the second baseman, calling for it. Now he's called off by the right fielder, Michael A. Taylor, who makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. No Chicago errors. We go to the 9th. It's the Dodgers 6 and the White.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is.
Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers, the best record in Major League Baseball. They now have an 8-game lead over the Padres and a 9-game lead over the Giants in the National League West. And Shohei Ohtani with a 4th inning bomb. Now 5 straight years in a row that Ohtani has had 30 home runs or more.
Dodgers very early, they put their hitting shoes on, in particular with runners in scoring position. They wound up going 4 for 6 in that spot tonight. And for Yamamoto, he's just become a mainstay really in this Dodger rotation. For him to be able to shut it down, went 1, 2, 3, retired the first 4 batters before there was a walk. But this Dodger ball club, I mean, even the bullpen coming on with Dreyer and then with Banda, nobody allowed a base hit coming out of the bullpen in those 2 innings of play. And for Andy Pages, again, we talked about the month of June. He had 324. Well, he picked up again here in July. 2 for 4, knocked in a couple of runs. Teoscar Hernandez, a big RBI, and for Ohtani, that home run. Michael Conforto, not to be overlooked. He made a couple of sparkling plays